Hello, my dearest friends. Svetlana Shlapak, the founder of ukvisasuccess.com is here. If you are a national or a family member of a national, you are probably quite naturally concerned about your present and future rights to remain in the UK. I have been practicing UK immigration law for over a decade now and discovered that a lot of EU nationals and their family members have only a very vague idea about their immigration rights in the UK. And to rectify this, I decided to create this special frequently asked show where I'll be answering various questions and clarifying different aspects of EU law. If you find these videos useful, please do like them, subscribe to my channel and share them with those who may benefit from them. And here is your next question. Accession states EU8 countries. This is part one of 3 parts which I'm going to do about accession states. What are the accession states and why it is important to know the rules behind them? In my previous overview video, I've explained that there were 3 accession member state waves in the UK, and if you're an EU national from one of the accession states or a family member of such an EU national, it is absolutely crucial for you to make sure that you understand the rules behind the acceptance of these accession states into the United Kingdom. This is particularly important when you make your permanent residence application, because if you haven't complied with all the rules which were imposed at that time when the accession states joined the United Kingdom, that transitional period of time which you spent without the necessary documents will be disregarded for the purposes of making your permanent residence application, which can be sometimes crucial this period of time. And tiny details like this do make a huge difference when either allowing or refusing permanent residence applications. And if you're interested in getting my guidance on how to complete one of the sections of permanent residence form, which was created specifically for accession member states nationals, that is section 9b of the form, stay with me until the end of this video where I'll explain how you can get access to this guide. Today I'll explain the rules about the first wave of accession states, which is called EU8. On May 2004, a group of Eastern European nations joined the European Union. These comprised of citizens from Czech Republic, Estonia, Hungary, Latvia, Lithuania, Poland, Slovakia and Slovenia. When these EU8 countries joined the United Kingdom, introduced restrictions on their nationals' ability to work in the UK. And these lasted until 30th of April 2011. The restrictions meant that in order to work lawfully in the UK, EU nationals, EU8 nationals, had to register their employment under what is known worker registration scheme. And once they had completed the continuous 12 months employment under the scheme, they could work freely and no longer needed authorization from the Home Office in order to take up a post. And if you are an EU8 national and claim to have acquired permanent residence by relying on any period of employment between 1st of May 2004 until 30th of April 2011, you will need to show that your employment during that period of time was under the worker registration scheme and therefore lawful, or you were exempt from the requirements of a worker registration scheme during that period of time. And if you rely on employment that doesn't come under either of the conditions above, either working under worker registration scheme or being exempt, then it will be deemed as unauthorized and will not be counted towards the 5-year qualifying period, which you will need to show when proving your permanent residence rights. And I would like to finish this video by explaining what these exemptions are, what the exemptions from worker registration scheme are. You would be exempt from worker registration scheme certificates requirements if you were self-employed, a student, or if you were working legally in the UK on 30th of April 2004 and continued in that employment, or if you were in continuous employment for a period of at least 12 months falling partially or wholly on or after 30th of April 2004, and if you had left to enter on a seasonal agricultural worker scheme before 1st of May 2004 and had started working in the UK under source scheme on or after 1st of May 2004. And finally, if you were providing services in the UK on behalf of an employer who is not established in the UK. Yes, and one important thing before you go. For all EU nationals or family members of EU nationals from one of the accession states, I decided to publish one of the sections from my free Expert Secrets guide on how to complete the 85-page permanent residence EAPR form. And it is not a random section, it is section 9b with questions about accession states. And this will be a perfect example of what I meant by knowing the rules behind the questions of the form, because without understanding why these questions are being asked, it is so easy to get the entire application form wrong. And that is probably why the refusal rate of the permanent residence applications is around 42%. And if you want my guide on how to complete all 19 sections of the form, you may get my free Expert Secrets guide at bit.ly free guide on EAPR form. The guide is recorded on a beautiful credit card size USB flash, and the offer is very limited. So don't be left behind and apply today.